Welcome. This is day 9 of me asking my mentor for a capital to trade with by proving that I am one of his top student. Okay, let's get started. Okay, let's review our prediction and how it played out. Okay, we should do it real quick. Okay, GBBUSD, you can check all the prediction that I've done on these pairs. You can go to day 8 video. I have predicted all of these, and I'm not just trading past price action. It's easy to give prediction. It's easy to explain after everything happened. It's easy to say this happened because it reached this level, blah 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 blah. It already happened, so I mean everybody can explain the past team. Okay, here, I love, okay, price reach the area of interest, give me the rejection, pull back, this is where you should enter, oh, the strategy works. No, bro, come over here and predict it before it happen. Then show, okay, that's how it should work. Alright, okay, in GBBUSD, told you guys after price have a body closure over here, I confirmed that price is done forming the lower high when this bearish engulfing got formed, and I was expecting for the Friday daily candlestick to give me the weak pullback to retest the area of interest, to retest this round psychological level, and to keep going to the downside. And this is what exactly it have done. I took only AUDUSD. I'll tell you why I took it. So, you know me, guys. If I take one trade, I don't like to add two position at one time. I don't like to open two position at one time. So price gave the perfect entry also. So have the pullback to the area of interest, and it gave us this beautiful engulfing candlestick. If I would have entered, I would have entered the trade over here. Stop loss exactly over here above the round psychological level, and take profit would have been. Let's check out. Yeah, this structure point maybe. This would have been my take profit level. Around this level, you will not make 1 to 2, maybe, yeah, around that level. This would have been my take profit, but anyways, I found AUDSD more clean, so I was interested in it. I will tell you why I took AUDSD, and I'm still holding. I did not close it. I'm holding it. Okay. GB card, I was expecting after price formed this bearish rejection candlestick below the area of interest. I was expecting for the Friday daily candlestick to form the same as I expected on GBUSD, for price to form the upward wick, to reject from the EMA, to reject from the structure point, from the area of interest. As you can see, whenever we are above, we are going up. Whenever we are above, we are going up. And as you can see over here too, whenever we are below, going down, above we are going up. So we are below, so I was expecting for price to give me the weak reject from the area of interest in the daily EMA, and to keep going to downside, and to also feel this downward week. I did not expect it to close exactly, to close as a bullish doji. That was not my expectation, but yeah, whatever. Price gave us the entry. This bearish engulfing candlestick was a beautiful entry, but keep it in mind, this one, as you can see the time, it closed at 12:00. I mean, it opened at 12:00 and it closed at 4, which means New York session. And I never ever take a trade on Friday New York session. The latest I take a trade is Friday pre-London session. Honestly, I don't like to take any trade on Friday, but if the setup is very clean, I will take a trade on Friday pre-London session or London session maybe. But after London session, no, I'll never take a trade on New York session, because the momentum is gonna be slow. The weekly time frame is about to close, blah blah blah. So I don't like to hold a trade through the weekend. So I wouldn't. If this bearish engulfing happen on Tuesday, Wednesday, other than Friday, I will definitely take this trade. This is a beautiful entry. Stop loss above that week, and take profit somewhere. Yep. We put our take profit based on the daily time frame. This would have been the first take profit level, because this is the first structure point where price could have some kind of rejection from. So I would take a trade like this. Anyways, this one in is a DJPY. This is a beautiful trade. Price formed the lower low, price formed the lower high, and it give us the rejecting from this area of interest. You know, it is telling us, as I always tell you, we never know when the lower high is gonna be done until the rejection candlestick is formed. We have to wait for this rejection candlestick to be closed, because if this doesn't close, there is no way we are gonna know when the lower high is gonna be closed, is gonna be done, because price could have a deeper pullback in the comeback and it is this structure point also. There is no guarantee that price is gonna reject just because it reached this area of interest. You have to keep this in mind, okay guys? Supporting instance level, the area of interest, it's everywhere. There are supporting instance level everywhere. So you have to know which one is the right supporting instance level that price is gonna react. To know that, just wait for the reaction, okay? For this rejection candlestick is very key. When this rejection candlestick happen, okay. When I see it, okay, price formed the lower low, it formed a small lower high, and this rejection candlestick is telling us, okay, the lower high is done, it reached this resistance level, now it's respecting it, it's also using it as resistance again, so it's about to have the downward move. This rejection candlestick, this Thursday doji candlestick, that it is telling us that. So that is when after you confirm that the lower high is done being formed, that is where you go to the 4 hour to catch the lower, the next strong move. So I went to the 4 hour, and I got this beautiful bearish engulfing rejecting from the area of interest, having a body closure below this structure point. Bro, this is just perfect entry. I was looking at it, I'm not gonna lie, but I took a UDSD, so I did not wanna add another position on it. I put it my risk to reward ratio over here, right here. I was watching it. I expected after this bearish engulfing candlestick happen, okay, this is my perfect entry, but to get a better entry, I waited for the 4 hour. I knew that 4 hour would have a weak pullback to come back and reject from this structure point, and the price came back, gave me the perfect rejection, and this would have been where I would have entered the trade, and then my take profit would be this week. I would expect for price to fill this week, and it did that perfectly. I'm talking about perfectly. To make sure to show you guys that I'm not lying, I took a screenshot because to show you guys that I was watching this pair. Okay, here as you can see, after price formed the bearish engulfing, I waited for price to give me the weak pullback reject from the structure point, and I put it the risk to reward ratio. If I did not take AUDCD, I would have taken this trade. Absolutely, there is nothing wrong with it. Just I did not want to open two positions at the same time. That's the only reason that I did not take this trade. So to have the weak pullback rejected, I put it the risk reward ratio, and this is how it played out. This is just a perfect, beautiful trade. But I did not take it, so I mean, there's nothing I can do about it. Okay, and this is DJPY, we're done. USD JPY. Okay, let's make it. We are taking a long time. Oh my god. Price format, this beautiful morning star formation. This is the high, this is the high low. I was expecting for price to give me the weak pullback, reject from this resistance levels, and for price to keep going to upside. But as you can see, price was accumulating so the whole Friday. Yeah, whatever. Uh, this is why you don't take a trade on Friday. Most of the time, the volume is really slow. Okay, this one also told you guys the only way I'm gonna be interested is after price have a body closure below this higher low. This is the higher high, this is the higher low. Then when this candlestick have a body closure below this, maybe you're gonna say it did not have it have a body closure. Okay, you can see that, right? Clearly have a body closure below this structure point. So we completely shifted our bias from expecting for buys to expecting for sales. After this have a body closure, this become the lower low, this become the lower high. I was waiting for this daily candlestick, for the Friday daily candlestick to form the upward wick to come back in the reject from the structure point to keep going to the downside. That was what I was expecting, but as you can see, right after the market open, price just keep going to the downside. We never got the pullback to the upside, so there is nothing we can do about it. Even if I got it, UDCD was, I was interested on UDCD, so I wouldn't add any other position. This one have a body closure above the structure point. I was expecting for price to give me a weak pullback to reject from this structure point to keep going to upside, but never did. Cares kind of have a reaction, but I wanted for a deeper reaction, maybe for Monday. We will see. I wanted for price to give me a deeper pullback, retest from this structure point, retest from the EMA, give me some kind of weak rejection from this round psychological level also, then I will be interested. And as you can see, prices, even if I enter this trade, still I would be on break even. So we did not get what we wanted. Whatever. Okay, this one daily time frame. I've been predicting this trade starting from this level. I swear, you can check. You can check out from day one. You can see I've been predicting starting from this level. I told you guys the only way I'm gonna be interested for buy was or is, yeah, was. So I told you guys. After price of this body closure above this structure point, which was price formed the lower low, lower high. This was the lower high point, this was the lower low point, and price have a body closure above this lower high. So completely we shifted structure to bullish. Then I told you guys I'm gonna wait for the pullback to come back in the reject from this structure point, and price did that exactly. Then I waited for the rejection. You always need to wait for this. Okay, we had the pullback. Right after we have the pullback, we reach the area of interest. We don't go to the 4 hour to take the trade. We always wait for the rejection to happen. But this rejection is not as clean as I wanted. I wanted for something like a bullish pin bar, bullish doji, something like that. But price kind of have a strong bullish candle. That was not my expectation. I did not like that a lot. But anyways, for Friday I was expecting for price to give me a weak pullback, reject from this structure point, then to keep going to the upside. And on the 4 hour, as you can see, price came back to this level, it would have rejected from this black line is the daily structure point, this structure point, the black line. And at the same time, when it reaches the black line, it will also retest the 4 hour EM and this structure point also. Then to be interested to take the buy the upside, but as you can see, price never make it back to this level, so not interested. Euro CHF. This is a clean textbook price action. Higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Reach this area of interest, reject from this structure point, reject from the previous higher high, reject from the round psychological level. It formed the bullish rejection candlestick. I was not interested to this trade. The only reason was we were on this resistance level. As you can see, price reached this price reach this area of interest. Whenever we are above, we are going up. So as you can see, we were at this area of interest. So even if I took a trade, the first take profit level where I should put, technically I should put my take profit on the first area where price could have a structure point. We never expect for the breakout to happen. Okay, we always wait for the breakout, for the retest, then we are gonna take the trade. Okay, we don't predict the hand of the market. Alex says this all the time. You always wanna wait for the market to show you its hand first, then you wanna follow it. So taking this trade and putting your take profit around this level, maybe this level, because the risk ratio have to make sense. You are expecting for price to break this area of interest, break this area of interest, break this area of interest, bro. You are being delusional. So I don't wanna be. So the only way maybe I'm gonna be interested is if price have the body closure above, come back retest, and then maybe take a buy, have a little bit of small stop loss in my first take profit level should be this structure point. So, and as you can see, even if I took this trade over here, look, I would be still on break even or something. It would not have any profit at all because we are stuck on this area of interest. So you do not, if the previous support level in the next level or the next resistance level where you wanna put your take profit, if there are small gap between them, you do not wanna take the trade. Okay, you understand me, right? Or to get a very clean entry, or if the price action is very clean, then maybe wait for the weak pullback to be a little bit of a deeper weak pullback to reject from the structure point around psychological level. Then maybe if you enter the trade down over here, if the 4 hour doesn't shift structure back to bearish, if it's still bullish and if it give you perfect entry, maybe taking the trade over here and putting your take profit like this. Now the risk to reward ratio is gonna, it will make sense, but taking the trade over here is being really stupid because the take profit will be here, the risk to reward is never gonna make any sense. So just skip it. Okay, you have, that's the only reason we have a lot of pairs. Okay, that's the only reason, just to pick the best one. That's the only reason. Okay, Eurocard, we are clearly bullish here. We were looking for some kind of counter trend trade because we shifted structure over here, lower low, lower high. Then we, as you can see, price shifted structure, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, and we are destined to form the higher low. This is what I was expecting. Let me show you. Okay, price formed the higher high, higher low, higher high. Okay, keep forming like this, and we were around this level and we got the rejection. All the time you wanna wait for the rejection. We formed the higher high. If we did not wait for the rejection, we will never know when this higher high is gonna be done. It could be done over here, it could be done over up there or there. We will never predict. You do not wanna predict where it is gonna stop. Okay, we are gonna wait after we got the rejection. Okay, okay, some kind of rejection happened, so price is done forming the higher high. Now it's about to form the higher low to come back in the reject from the previous structure point to keep going to the upside. So what I was trying to do was take the sell to catch this higher low move because the rejection that happened over here was very clean. So not only it was clean, but it also formed on the previous support and resistance level. So I was trying to take the trade like this, take the sale over here, then get out before price reached this structure point. That was my plan over here. And as you can see, we were bullish, we formed the higher high, we reached this area of interest. As you can see, whenever we are above, we are going up, whenever we are above, we are going up. We reach this level, we formed this beautiful bullish rejection, then bearish engulfing candlestick forming. This is evening star formation. This is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful rejection candlestick that you want to see. Then when this rejection happened, I was like, okay, price formed the higher high and it's done forming the higher high, then it's gonna form the higher low to come back to this level, reject from the structure point, reject from the daily image, and to keep going to the upside. So this is clean, so I can take some sale from here, put our stop loss over here, take profit will be around this level. This would have been very clean trade. And on the 4 hour, as you can see, bro, look at this. Tell me this is not clean. Price formed higher high, higher low, higher high. Then you can see clean shift of structure. It formed left head, right shoulder. Price came back, rejected from the structure point, rejecting from the neckline of the head and shoulder. And the only way that I did not take this trade is it formed this bearish engulfing formed on New York session, on Friday New York session. So if this trade was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, bro, this is just clean. I would take this trade anytime, any day. I know this is a counter trend trade, but the market structure formation is very clean. It was clean. it is perfectly clean on the daily time frame. It is perfectly clean on the 4 hour time frame. This is where I would have entered the trade right after this bearish engulfing happened, but just the time session, that was not, that was a turn off. So not only that, because I took a UDCD also, uh, but I mean, if the session was perfect, if this happened on Thursday, and I added, I mean, if I had an open position already, and if this formed up on, other day other than Friday, I would still take the trade. It's not like I did not say I will never ever add open two position at the same time. If the price action is this clean, bro, I will add three four position at the same time. I will do that. I don't care. I mean, it's not like that, at least I will reduce the risk. I don't want to be exposed. So, this was a very, very, very clean setup, I swear. I really loved it. I even put it on the thumbnail because, I expected for price to have the downward move, because this is a very clean market structure that you wanna see to take a sale. CHFJPY. Okay, price formed the lower low, lower high, came back to this structure point, gave us some kind of rejection, but not clean, because I would love if this rejection could happen around on the core area of interest, and the reject from the EMA also, then to keep going to downside, but it's already having the move. Whatever. Euro USD, we took this, we took this trade, or we did not, did we? I don't know, I forgot. Okay, anyways, price formed the pullback again after price reached this level. This was a beautiful trade, beautiful, beautiful. I think I break it down on the day one or on the day two about this trade. Day two, day three, I don't know, somewhere. I think day two maybe. Then price pulled back again. We are still bearish. We never shifted structure. This is the lower high. This is the lower low. So price pullback, reject from this area of interest once again, as it did over here. It formed this beautiful bearish engulfing evening star formation. And I was waiting for price to give me the weak pullback exactly as it did here. It formed the engulfing on the next daily. I mean, okay, let me make it very clear. It formed the lower high, or it formed the pullback to the area of interest, to reject from the area of interest in round psychological level. This one, 1.60,000 around psychological level, and this one also, it formed the pullback to reject from the area of interest in the round psychological level. It formed the engulfing. It formed the engulfing. It have the body closer below the structure point. It have the body closure below the structure point. Then what I was waiting was for price to give me the weak pullback to the structure point, to reject it once again. That was what exactly I was waiting. I did not put this one today. You can go and check on the day 8 video. I put it on the day 8. I was waiting for price to come back then to reject this level, and as you can see, the weak pullback was not, as far as I wanted. I was waiting for 4 hour also to come back over here and give me this kind of rejection. I was gonna take the same exact trade over here, but as you can see, price said no, bro, not always, bro, and just left me. Whatever. That's it. That is it. That is it. Yeah. And the AUDUSD, let me explain why I entered this trade. This is also very clean. Price formed the lower low, price formed the lower high, price reached this structure point. It have been used as support level, and price formed this clean bearish rejection candlestick. Then on the next day, I expected for price to keep going to the downside. That's just it, okay? The rejection candlestick, this is the key thing, okay? Because I said this 1 million times. I wanna say it for the 1 million in one time now. Price formed the lower high. The only way that you are gonna confirm that price is done forming the lower high is by waiting for this rejection to happen. Because the area of interest, I always say that this, guys, the supporting instance level is everywhere. Supporting instance level is everywhere. So you wanna know which support resistance level is the valid one or not, because price can easily come back to this structure point or come back to this structure point, you know. So the only way that you're gonna confirm is by waiting for the rejection candlestick from the area of interest. If the rejection candlestick did not happen on this area of interest, we are gonna wait for the rejection to happen on this area of interest. That's just it. Without shifting structure, by following the trend, we are gonna mark our area of interest. We are gonna wait for the rejection to happen on the area of interest. Then after that, we are gonna go to the lower time frame, to the 4 hour, 2 hour, to look for our entry. And as you can see, price from the lower low, lower high, reach the area of interest, we get the rejection. Then we go to the lower time frame. We go to the 4 hour. After the rejection happened in the 4 hour, look how clean it is. Price formed the higher high, high low, high high, shift to structure, pull back, reach this structure point, give us the bearish engulfing. And as you can see, the time it have a body closure on pre-London session, perfect entry. We took the sale. We are still holding it. I think it's gonna keep going to downside. Anyways, I did not expect it to close like this. I was expecting it to have strong move and feel the weak, or in the kind of have a body closure below. I was expecting for a strong bearish engulfing to happen, but it decided not to. Whatever. But this is clean. Okay, I was fixing the background. Yes. Okay, let's do our prediction for Monday. Let's see which pair. What do we have? Which pair have the perfect one? Which pair is gonna give me my trade for Monday? Okay, let's start from SAK JPY. Not interested. It already have the move. It's just gonna keep going to downside. I don't wanna take the trade over here. If I miss out, I miss out. The only way I'm gonna be interested is if it's gonna give me another pullback to come back to this area of interest and give me another rejection. Maybe that's where I'm gonna be interested. But for Monday, nope, not interested. Eurocard, 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 Eurocard. Maybe, yeah. Maybe I will look at it because nah. Because this bullish doji, it doesn't look clean at all. I want another bearish doji or bearish engulfing from here. Then I will wait for the pullback, reject from the structure point, then to keep going to the downside. This should do and come back to this level. If it doesn't do that, then our prediction is wrong, and nah, I'm not interested. I really expected the Friday candlestick would close by filling this weekend, by reaching this area of interest. I was expecting that. Anyways, didn't do that. Close a bullish doji, and we never wanna take a sell after price formed a bullish doji. You don't wanna see the previous daily candlestick having a body closure of a bullish doji, bullish pin bar to take the sale. You don't wanna see that. You wanna see a bearish doji or bearish, something great candlestick. Okay. This one, it's already gone, bro. It's already gone. There's nothing you can do about it. If it have a pullback over here again, it's gonna shift structure back to bullish, so it's even worse. If it have a pullback, then from here my prediction is to go down. So for any reason, if it's starting to have the pullback to the upside, that's red flag. So anyways, we miss out. Not interested. Euro CHF, not now. The only way I'm gonna be interested is if it have a body closure above, come back retest, and going to the upside. So this will be my prediction on Euro CHF. I'm gonna wait for price to do that, then to take the buy to the upside. As long as we don't have a body closure above, then the pullback to the area of interest, then the rejection, we are not gonna be interested. This one, I'm sorry guys. Okay, I was trying to fix the background voice. Anyways, price, bullish doji. That's not what you wanna see. I mean, it's not that clean. I will wait for price to give me a deeper pullback. Have some kind of a bearish engulfing. Okay, let me tell you. What I'm gonna wait is for Monday to give me a bearish engulfing and have a body closure by retesting this area of interest once again with a clean body closure. I want a body closure retest. Then after that on Tuesday for price to give me bullish pin bar or bullish doji from the core area of interest. Then on Wednesday I will look for the buy. Yep, that's gonna be it. USDCHF, this is gone, bro. There's nothing I can do about it. We have the higher high, higher low, we have the rejection. We wanna take the trade after the rejection happened, but the rejection happened on the next day. It's already starting to have the move. So no, I'm not interested. It should, anyways, it should have some kind of weak pullback and keep going to the upside. That's my prediction. But whatever it is, whatever. This one, it's not bad. Okay, maybe wait for price to give you for the purple back. Yeah, I'll be interested on this one. If I have a deep purple pullback to come back and give me rejection of the structure point from the EMA, from the round psychological, and give me some kind of rejection around this area, somewhere around this area, and if it align with the session that I want to take the trade, or which is pre-London session or London session or pre-New York session or New York session. If I got the rejection on those times, then I'll be interested. So just waiting for the pullback to buy. This is the higher high, this is the higher low. We are still bullish, so this is just a clean UDCHF. Clean up, yeah. So on the daily, it's gonna look like on the 4 hour, it's gonna be a body pullback, but on the daily time frame, it's gonna look like some kind of weak pullback, strong weak pullback to come back and reject from the structure points and to have a bullish engulfing body closer on the daily time frame. That's what I'm expecting. So I will look my entry on the 4 hour. This one it's gone. There's nothing I can do about it. Maybe the only way I'm gonna be interested is if it have a body pullback and come back and reject this area of interest by the body, because it never have the rejection with the wick. So I will expect for price to come back and give me the pullback, come back, have a body closure, reject, and give me a rejection candlestick. Then I will be interested for this here. As long as it doesn't do that, no, I'm not gonna be interested. NSDJPN on the other hand, this one is also kind of gone. Maybe wait for price to give me a weak pullback to the structure point. Do you think it have any chance of doing that? Maybe. Wait for price. It have the pullback by the week. It rejected the structure point by the week. Now, if it's gonna have, maybe I will expect for price to come back and reject it by the body. Do you understand, right? On the 4 hour, I'm gonna expect for price to come back and reject this structure point by the body and give me rejection from this level to take the sale. But it's not as strong. You wanna take the trade on the core area of interest with, this is a core strong area of interest, but this is just one structure point. So this is not as strong as the first trade. You wanna do this. You wanna wait for the weak pullback and take the sale just to add another position. If you are holding this trade, just to scale in, you would do that. But to enter one trade, it's better to look for other pairs that have a rejection from the core area of interest. This one, it formed the rejection from the core area of interest and it have the move already. The original move is gone. Now what we are waiting is for the, for scaling type of setup, just a weak pullback, reject from the structure point, then take the sell. So this is not as clean as I wanted because of the structure point is not as strong. This is just one support level, okay? So I would I would love, I would much rather wait into, find a better entry that have rejection from the core area of interest. Okay, this one, if this closed as a bearish doji, I would be really interested. But now it's bullish doji. Okay, it's gonna be tough one. Yeah, I'm gonna be interested. I think so. Yeah, the 4 hour, 2 hour, 1 hour, they all look good. They all look good. Okay, okay, okay. So yeah, maybe for the Monday candlestick to give me some kind of a little bit of weak pullback and reject from the area of interest in this EMA once again, then to keep going to downside. So on the 4 hour, what I'm gonna wait for is for another bearish rejection candlestick on this area. You hear me, right? For another bearish rejection candlestick body closure on this area. Then if it align with my session, I will take the trade. That's it. GBP USD, it's gone. Lower low, okay, it's the lower high. Bearish engulfing, forming the pullback. It should keep going to downside. It's gone. We are not gonna chase it. If it's gone, it's gone. Okay. There is nothing you can do about it, bro. And you didn't see it. Oh my god, bro. Oh my god. Okay, bro. I have been predicting this trade starting from this level. From last week. It's been a week. I swear. Price came back to this structure point. It have been used as resistance. Then when Friday candlestick closes as bullish rejection candlestick, I told you guys, price is now using this resistance level as a support. It's also rejecting the round psychological levels. Then I expected for the next daily to give me, oh my god, to give me the week again. Then I told you guys, if I enter this, my take profit would have been around this level. Bro, I would have catch such a good trade on the 4 hour also. It gave me the perfect I'm talking about, bro. Look, left head, right shoulder, higher, higher, low, higher, high. It shifted to bearish, but on this one strong bullish engulfing, it shifted structure back to bullish. It have a body closure above the structure point. It rejected from the area of interest in round psychological level. This is where exactly I would have entered the trade. I swear to God. I swear to my life. This is where I would take the trade. I'm not making up. You can go check out all the videos. I've been saying this before anything format, before any of this format. I was predicting this, and I told you I was gonna put my take profit around this level. Okay, this would have been a beautiful trade. And also over here, I swear, okay, this one I have this one happened while I was recording for you guys also. Price format, oh my god, this is making me really mad. I swear. Look, price have the body closure above. This would have been my first trade, my first position. Then price came back, rejected from the previous structure point, then formed this beautiful morning star formation, and this would have been where my next trade would have been in my stop loss below this. Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ, just look at this, bro. I would have made such a beautiful, then it just kept, bro, this is just a clean price action. Look, higher high now, keep coming back, come back again, reject from the structure point, keep going up again, higher low, reject. Just, you can see this floor, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. This is beautiful, bro. I am such a disappointment, for not taking any at least one setup. I should have catch something. Oh my god. Anyways, now, the only way I'm gonna be interested for the buy is after price have a body closure above this structure. This is the lower high, and you can take this. Yeah, okay. We might, yeah. Okay, okay. Hear me out. Alex, he sometimes say, I don't like to use one elbow as a lower high formation. That's what Alex said. But me, if that one elbow have been used as as a rejection candlestick previously, I will definitely use that. Even if it's one candlestick, I'll definitely use that as an elbow. So technically, we are bullish when price have a body closure above this. So this was the lower low, this was the lower high, lower low. We have a body closure, and we shift the structure. Then we keep going to upside. So here what I'm gonna wait for is for price to give me a small pullback, reject from the structure point, reject from the round psychological level to keep going to the upside. It have been a very strong bullish move, so I don't expect for the next for the Monday candlestick to give me just a weak pullback, then to keep going to the upside. You know, uh, I'm not expecting that. I want for the body pullback, a small bearish pullback, maybe Monday and Tuesday, some kind of weak pullback, then Wednesday for some kind of rejections, and Thursday to have the move. You know, price have been moving really, it have been running for a long time. It needs to take some kind of rest, you know, it needs to stop, you know, it needs to take the breath, if you understand what I'm saying. So if the pullback if the pullback doesn't reject from this area of interest, we always wait for the rejection. Okay, that's how you know they finish the race, their race. Do you understand what I'm saying, right? So if we do not get the rejection, and if it just keep going to break below, it will be really clean. I will wait for price to come back to this level, because after it shifted structure, we never came back and retest this structure point. We usually do, at least not even at least with this week. It did not even have the rejection from the structure point. So if it did not reject from this structure point, then I will wait for price to come back to this level and give me a rejection from this structure point. Then if the rejection happen here, I'll take the buy. Even if the rejection happen over here, I'll take the buy from this level also, because this is a clean structure point also. Round psychological level. Yep, that's what I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for the putback. So for Monday, definitely not interested. Baki Hidin is the. Where are you? Okay. GBBCHF. GBBCHF, not interested, bro. I took one trade over here. We got stuck out. Yeah, this is not. This. Nope, 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 nope. You don't wanna see bearish candlesticks to take the buy here. Okay, I'm gonna wait. Okay, let me make it clean. I'll wait for a bullish engulfing candlestick to happen, or a bullish tweezer top, any kind of bullish candlestick to form by rejecting this EMA into this round psychological level. Then after bullish candlestick happen, then I will be interested to take the buy. So as long as I don't see any bullish candlestick with clear, I'll not be interested. This one, lower low, lower high, retesting the area of interest, forming this beautiful bearish doji rejection candlestick, rejecting from the area of interest, from the EMA, from the round psychological over here. Let's write it down. Did it reach? And then not kind of did well. And it already started to move. Okay. I'm not interested. This is the higher high, this is the higher low, this is the higher high, this is the higher low. This is just a market structure, so yeah, I can't find a better setup. Anyways, out of sale from this, but whatever. Whatever, I'm not interested. For Monday, I'm not interested in this one. Okay, Okay, now we are talking. Now we are talking. Okay, we have our first small bullish doji rejection candlestick. It formed the higher high. I was waiting for the higher low to be formed to reach this structure point. Have been just support, resistance. Now it looks like it looks like it's starting to be used as a support once again to keep going to the upside. So now we are gonna go to the 4 hour and is our setup clean on 4 hour? Nope, it is not. Nope, it is not. As you can see, lower low, lower high, lower low. This is the lower low point. This is the lower high point. If price had a body closure above this before it formed all of this pullback, I would be interested. If price had a body closure above, but it doesn't, so we are not interested on this one. You have to make sure that the daily in the 4 hour is telling you the same thing. The daily is telling me that it's ready to go. So I wanna see that the 4 hour. I wanna see that the 4 hour is also telling me the same thing. But here the 4 hour is not telling me that it wants from here. It's telling me that it wants to go down from here. So we just leave it. Okay, daily in 4 hour is the key time frames. You wanna see one pair. What you wanna see on one pair is when daily in 4 hour tell you the same thing. That's what you wanna see. Price of the 4 higher high, higher low. I was expecting it to give me a deeper pullback to retest from this area of interest. Previous higher high point by EMA, but I never did. Just keep going to the upside. Not interested. Goodbyes. Just keep going to the upside. High low bullish engulfing candlestick. Yeah, this was where I would have entered the trade. Low low lower high, low low lower high, shift of structure on the 4 hour, higher low. It is the previous structure point for the engulfing. Keep going to upside. After it formed this engulfing candlestick. This is beautiful. Okay, just keep going to upside. I don't care. If you give me a body pullback to this area of interest, then maybe after that I'll be interested. As long as you don't do that, not interested. I'm whatever what you want. Okay, this one is also kind of gone. Okay, I think we should mark some kind of area of interest now. Maybe this level. Okay, we are gonna mark some. Yeah, this is a clean. You don't even have to look any further because we already have 3 touches. I don't need them. They are just weak rejection. So we already have 1 body rejection, 2 body rejection, 3 body rejection. That's all you need. Now what we are gonna wait for this is for price to come back over here again to give me. I want a body pullback, or do I want just a weak pullback? Maybe only weak pullback. Maybe yeah. Oh my god. Okay, tell me that I did not predict. I predict this one also. Previous videos. I don't know on which one. On day 8, yeah. Go check it out, guys. Price was around this level. I told you guys, yeah, exactly. I swear to God. I told you guys I was gonna wait for price to come back, reject from this structure point, then to keep going to the upside. And on the 1 hour, yeah, I remember it. On the 1 hour, price formed this rejection candlestick, but the the market structure on 1 hour is telling me for the sale, so that's why I was not interested. But I would have put it something like this. I swear to God I would do that. You can go check out on previous some videos. I think I don't know on the day 7 or day 6, on the day 6 or day not day 6, day 7 or 8, one of the video. Anyways, for Monday, what I'm gonna expect is, yep, I'm gonna expect for the 4 hour, because on the daily, price can make the downward week, touch it and have keep going to the upside to fill this upward week. Yeah, price could do that easily. So I'm gonna wait for price to give me a pullback over here reject from this structure. It have been used as resistance. Whenever we are below, going down. Whenever we are above, we should keep going to upside. So I'm gonna wait on the 4 hour for price to come back to this level, give me a rejection, then to keep going to the upside. The rejection is always key, guys, always. So this is what I'm gonna wait for. So I'm definitely interested in GBP and USD. Okay, oh, what did I do? Okay, Euro GBP. When did I write this? Okay, yeah, I'll stay patient. I'll wait for price to give me breakout, the upside, then give me the pullback, retest again, give me the rejection, the key one, then we take the buy. We take the buy, yeah. Yeah, we are respecting this area of interest, which is good, because after it have the body closure above and after we come back, it should do the same. It should reject it and keep going to the upside. Euro JPY, we have a body closure here. Just by watching on the daily time frame, what I'm gonna wait on the daily time frame is weak pullback, reject from the structure point to keep going to downside. So does the 4 hour tell us the same thing? Does it? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Higher high, higher low. This is the okay. This is the higher high. This is the higher. So you can see this is the higher high. This is the higher low. We got the shift of structure. Okay. I mean, it's not bad. Can we mark an area of interest over here? Yep, we kind of can, I think. Yep, not that strong, but I mean, yeah, we can. Okay, let's go to the 4. We have 2 body touch and 1 some kind of weak rejection. Not that strong, but it's clean. Yeah, it is clean. Can we have a little bit of something like this? Would be very perfect. Very perfect. This is very perfect of you, but kind of exclude. We need to include this one. I don't like when it's big, but we have 1 body touch, 2 body touch. Alex said this shouldn't be above 60 pips, I think. This is not definitely it's not 60. Okay, yeah, I mean it's valid. Yeah, so okay, let me tell you guys. You wanna go to the 4 hour? When you wanna enter a trade on the daily upward wick or on the downward wick. I know this is confusing. We got the rejection, right? So on the daily, what we are expecting is for the weak pullback. Did you hear what I said, right? For the weak pullback to happen, then to keep going to downside. So to enter the trade on the daily time frame, it's really hard because it's just gonna be the weak pullback. That's why we wanna go to the 4 hour. Okay. Same thing on GBP and USD. We are expecting for price to give me the weak pullback to the downside to keep going to the upside. So to enter a trade while price is forming the weak pullback, it's definitely hard to enter the trade on the daily. That's why we're gonna go to the 4 hour. On the daily time frame, it might look like just a weak pullback, but on the 4 hour, it's gonna look like a clean market structure. That's why we're gonna go to the lower time frame. Okay, so on the daily here we are expecting for the weak pullback to keep going to downside. On the 4 hour, what we are gonna wait for is for price to give us a pullback, reach this level, reject from the structure point. As you can see, whenever we are above, we are going up. Whenever we are below, we should keep going to downside. So we are gonna wait for price to give us a body pullback, then give us the rejection on the right session, then we take the sale. Okay, yep. AUD CAD. Okay, form the lower low, lower high, rejecting from this beautiful area of interest. Whenever we are below, we are going down. Whenever we are above, we are going up. So we are below and we formed, all of these 3 candlesticks, they are some kind of small, you know, this is a bullish rejection candlestick, now we got our bearish rejection candlestick. Really good, really clean. So if the 4 hour is also okay, I did not even check it. Okay, I'm gonna go to the 4 hour. If 4 hour is telling me the same thing as the daily is telling me, what is the daily telling me? The daily is telling me that it's about to go down. So if the 4 hour is gonna tell me the same thing, I'll be interested. No, it's not telling me the same thing, I'm not interested. Why? Because higher high, higher low, higher high, we have a body closure below, we shifted structure. This is the lower high, this is the lower low, this is the lower high. We have a body closure above again, so we shift the structure back to bullish. We have the pullback. It looks like it's forming now the inverted left head, right shoulder. So just watching from the 4 hour, price about to form the higher high to come back, retest the neckline of the 4 hour inverted head and shoulder to retest this area of interest to keep going to the upside. That's what's 4 hour telling me. But the daily is telling me that it's about to go down. So no, I am not interested. If these two time frame they are telling me two different things, I just leave them. Okay, this one we are gonna wait, we are gonna be patient, we are gonna wait until price come back to this area of interest, then give us the rejection from this area of interest and the round psychological level to take the trade to the upside. As long as we don't do that, we are not gonna be interested on the trade. This one we have the lower low, lower high. I would love for it if it could have formed a bearish engulfing candlestick, but it's not that bad. It's also rejecting from the EMA, from the area of interest. I would love if it had a strong bearish engulfing. Now, but just watching from here, form lower low, lower high, form some kind of rejection candlestick. So just watching from this, I think it's gonna keep going to the downside. So does the 4 tell me the same thing? Let's find out. No, not yet. Maybe not. No. Yes. I mean, yeah. Okay, let me check. We never have a body closure blue. Yeah, we never. This is the lower high, this is the lower low. We are still bearish, which is good. We formed some kind of double top thing. We formed some bearish kind of, okay, which it's not bad. I mean, yeah, I mean it's not bad. Some kind of body closure below the structure would be beautiful. Then wait for the pullback, then take this, some kind of it's not bad, okay? I'm not gonna lie. So, hear me out. Again, hear me out, guys. We said it's not bad on the daily because we would love if it have a strong bearish engulfing from this area. That would be clean for the daily and for the 4 hour also. If this neckline was, it's just like it's really hard to explain. Uh, it doesn't please my eyes. You wanna see the pairs and you wanna see a clean market structure, but this is not kind of is because uh, in some way I like it, in some way I think it's gonna take some time to load up the 2 hour form the lower high for this evening star formation. This is where I would enter. Then maybe wait for the 4 hour to give us another pullback to this area if there is a J from the evening, then to take the trade to the downside, maybe. I'm just gonna leave it, bro. I have a lot of other pairs, you know. This is, this is the type of trade that confuse me, not confuse me, it just in some way it looks good, but deep down inside, there are if you have been trading for a long time, you can understand what I'm saying. My gut is not liking it. If you understand what I'm saying, there are gut feelings, right? I mean, if you have been spending a lot of time watching the chart, you can already tell what's gonna happen. So this is not the cleanest what I wanna see. Okay, it's just it's really hard how to explain it. I'm just gonna leave it. Okay. This one I'm gonna wait for price to reach this area of area of interest in to reject from the round support. Okay, I'm gonna wait until price reach the just to make it clear for you guys. I said this before also. I wanna see, I have a lot of pairs that The only reason of having a lot of pairs is to find the perfect A plus setups. Okay, so right when I open the chart, I don't want to take too long to analyze or something. Okay, I just want to open it, see. If I see a clean structure, I will love it immediately. If I do that, okay, I'll be interested in the trade. But if I will be like, okay, in some way, okay, that's what I was doing on KJPA, right? I'm doing this analysis with you guys so you guys understand the clean. I mean, you guys understand what do you say? The real reaction of traders when they do their analysis. Okay, most of them, even Alex, he do that on Sunday swing, but most of the time what they do is they just pick their best ones and they explain it for you guys. But I wanna show you how we most traders pick their, not most traders, I'll be me. Okay, this is how I pick it. Okay, this is how I pick my top trades, my best ones. So card GPI, it got me saying like, some is good and some is bad. Okay, if I start saying something like that, I immediately remove it. Okay, I wanna open the trade. I wanna see clean structure. Okay, this one I'm not interested because it's forming the high. We do not wanna take a trade on the highest point. We're gonna wait for the pullback. Give me the rejection. Take the trade. The upside reject from the round psychological level also. That's it. You wanna open it. You wanna see clean thing. This one I am not interested. Okay, because it's just gone because you wanna enter the trade from the core area of interest. You do not wanna take the trade after price already have the move. Okay, maybe wait for the pullback once again. Give me a body pullback to this area of interest. Give me the rejection to take the sale. If it doesn't do that, I'm not interested. Goodbye. NZD. Okay, maybe. Okay. Now it got me saying, okay, let's analyze this one. Let's analyze this one. I don't like how it's have a big area of interest. Can I make it a little bit smaller, bro? Okay, this is valid area of interest. Bro, who are you? I'm just gonna remove this one. This one also. Goodbye. I don't need you over here. Okay, let's check the 4 hour. Okay, this is beautiful. God, this is beautiful. The 4 hour is very clean. The daily, not bad. Price formed the lower low, formed the lower high. I would love if I could have entered the trade over here. It have a body closure. Now, it's this one, it's like 40 or 50% having the lower low. You know, last time price have some kind of accumulation, then it have a very strong. Okay, let's measure it and let's predict what would happen for this. If it do the same, okay. Price formed the lower low, formed the lower high, some kind of blah 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 blah. Then this kind of move happened. Now again we have the lower low, lower high, blah blah blah, rejection. Then we will expect for price to have the move. I would love to take it from here, but still just by copying from this one, still we have some room to go to downside and we can catch some sales until this level. Let's say look guys, oh my goodness, previously also after price formed the lower high, rejection, had a strong move, something identical, not exact but identical, as you can see. Formed after that, formed the lower high, some formed the rejection, and look at the moves, not exact but identical, as you can see, very identical. Now also after the pullback and after the rejection, we are gonna expect for it to have a move. So it's starting, okay. It's on the it already have 40% of the move, so there are some kind of 60% left, so we can catch that. So on the daily time frame here, what I'm gonna expect is just a weak pullback, then to keep going to the outside. Exactly what it did here. Okay, these two happened, one two happened. Then I'm gonna wait for the weak pullback and catch the last one, maybe weak pullback and catch some kind of moves. That's what I'm expecting here. So if I'm waiting for the weak pullback to happen, then to take the sale on the daily, that's where I go to the 4 hour. Okay, here on the daily I'm gonna expect for the weak pullback in the to take the sale while price is forming the weak pullback, or to take the sale on the daily time frame. It's hard because it's just a week. So to take it as a clean, you know, you go to the 4 hour. I'm sorry, this might make you confused, but just ignore it. Okay, whatever. Anyways, on the 4 hour, we have this beautiful left head, right shoulder. We have the neckline, bro. The move, I swear to God, this is just a clean. I did not put it this today. I did not do anything. You can go check the previous video. I've already put it on the previous video. You can check the day 8 or day 7. I've predicted this already. Now I'm not gonna move it also. I will wait for price to give me the pullback, come back, retest the neckline of the head and shoulder on the 4 hour, retest the round psychological level, the area of interest, then give me the rejection around this level to take the sale to the downside. I like it very much, really. Yep. Card CHF, card CHF. What do we got? I will only be looking for sale. Yeah, okay, because this is the higher low, this is the higher low. We have a body closure below, so we shifted structure to bearish. This is the lower low, this is the lower high. Price pullback. I said you guys, I told you guys, if we have a body closure above this structure point, we are gonna shift to bullish. So I'm gonna wait for the pullback to take the buy. But if we do not shift structure and if we end up closing by rejecting this structure point, then I will wait for the Monday candlestick to give me a weak pullback to reject this level once again, then to take the trade to the downside. So as always, when we expect the weak pullback to happen and the move will happen, that's where we go to the 4 hour after we got our irrigation. So is the 4 hour telling us the same thing? No, bro, the 4 hour is not telling us the same thing. We have body closure above the structure point, high low, we have morning star formation, rejecting from the area of interest, rejecting from the EMA. This is telling us to go now. So it's not telling us the same thing, so we will not take the trade. Goodbye. Daily is looking good for sale, for 4 hours is looking good for buy. So just remove it, bro. What did I say? Bro? What is bro? I'm sorry. Okay, just for review, this one all we are waiting on the daily time frame to give us a weak pullback, reject from the area of interest around psychological level to keep going to downside, and on the 4 hour we are waiting for price to give us the pullback to reject from the neckline of the head and shoulder, left head, right shoulder, give me the rejection to keep going to downside. AUDCHF, what we are waiting on the daily time frame is also the weak pullback, reject from the area of interest to keep going to downs to the upside. And on the 4 hour, I'm gonna wait for the deeper pullback to reject from the structure point, to reject from this EMA from the area of interest to keep going to the upside. GBP card, yeah, this also I'm gonna wait for price to give me weak pullback, reject from the area of interest from this structure point whenever above we going up. So whenever we are below should keep going to downside. I'm gonna wait for it to reject from this track, from this daily EMA also, just with the week. Then on the 4 hour, I'm gonna wait another rejection candlesticks to happen without having a body closure above this structure point. I'm gonna wait for it to give me some kind of bearish rejection candlestick to take the sale. GBP NSD, I'm gonna wait for the daily to give me a weak pullback, reject from previous higher high point from this area of interest. Whenever we are above, we keep going up. Whenever we are below, we keep going down. So on the daily time frame, I'm gonna wait for the weak pullback, and on the 4 hour, I'm gonna wait for price to give me a deeper pullback, come back, retest this structure point. As you can see, this strong area of interest also on the 4 hour. So after price reach here, I'm gonna wait for the rejection to happen. Bullish rejection, bullish doji, bullish pin bar, bullish engulfing, some kind of bullish confirmation candlestick to be formed on this area of interest after price have a body closure on this area. Then I will be interested for the buy in Euro JPY. Lastly, we have the pullback, we reached the area of interest, we formed our clean rejection candlestick. This rejection candlestick or bearish engulfing candlestick, it's telling us that the lower high is done. Now on the Monday, I'm gonna expect for the weak pullback to happen, to come back and reject this area of interest once again. And on the 4-hour time frame, I'm gonna wait for price to give me a body closure pullback, body pullback, come back, reject from the area of interest, from the structure point. And we also have, okay, let me mark it out, we have round psychological level also. I'm gonna wait for price to reject from the round psychological too, then give me some kind of bearish rejection candlestick, and to take the sale to the downside. That's all I'm gonna be interested for Monday. AUDSD, we are gonna keep holding this one, or maybe if one of them give me a best or beautiful clean entry, then I might close this one and take one of them. So that's it, that's all my prediction. Let me check XAUUSD gold. We don't trade a gold, but I just like predicting it, based on our strategy. Okay, we will be interested on gold, not now, because price lower low, lower high, lower low, we shift of structure, higher high, higher low, we reach this area of interest. So what we're gonna wait for is, we don't wanna buy after price formed a bearish rejection candlestick. So we are gonna wait for price to give us a bullish doji or bullish pin bar candlestick over here. Then on the next day we are gonna wait for the weak pullback to pick the buy. Bitcoin, bro, Bitcoin is doing exactly as I was expecting. Price for the lower low, lower high, reach this area of interest, reject from the round psychological level, it gives us the first rejection candlestick. This is where I would wait for the weak pullback, and this is where I would enter, and it happened exactly as I expected. Now for now, the only way I'm gonna be interested to take the sale, if it have a body closure below, I will wait for price to give me body closure below, wait for the pullback, reject from round psychological level, reject from this strong support level, then wait for the rejection to happen. We always do that. Okay, we break, we retest, we wait for the rejection, then we sell. I am not a crypto master or something. I'm just applying market structure. I'm just applying higher high, higher low. I'm just following the trend. Okay, that's it. Oh, we're gonna see if it have a body closure above, even if it's bearish. This is a crypto, so what I will do is, I will wait for price to have a body closure above or below. I don't want to do anything while it's between them. So if it have a body closure above, then I will wait for the pullback. Then after the pullback, we will wait for the rejection. Then after the rejection, we will be interested to take the buy. That's it. This is all for today. So we will see how this prediction played out. Until I see you next time, have a great time, guys. See you. I'm out. Sit and forget.